Imagine this. You're at the pharmacy, purchasing your usual medications. The cashier asks for your CPF number for a discount. Sounds familiar? This scenario highlights the growing trend of businesses requesting personal data in exchange for perks. On the surface, it appears harmless, a simple transaction for a lower price. However, this seemingly benign exchange belies a more complex issue: the steady erosion of our privacy in the digital age. By offering discounts in exchange for personal data, businesses are conditioning us to accept surveillance as a norm. As consumers, we must be aware of the potential consequences of our data being shared and used without our explicit consent. While loyalty programs are a common reason for businesses to request CPF numbers, the use of this data extends far beyond reward points. Retailers may use it to analyze purchasing patterns, target advertising, and even predict future behavior. Insurance companies might leverage CPF data to assess risk profiles and adjust premiums, while financial institutions could use it for credit scoring and loan approvals. Data brokers, entities that collect and sell personal information, play a significant role in this ecosystem. They aggregate data from various sources, creating detailed profiles of individuals without their knowledge or consent. This information is then sold to businesses for targeted advertising, risk assessment, and other purposes. The increasing use of CPF data raises serious concerns about privacy and data security. It is crucial that we understand the full scope of data collection practices and demand greater transparency and accountability from businesses and data brokers. The convenience of discounts and personalized services often comes at the expense of our privacy. By readily handing over our CPF numbers for a small reward, we normalize the collection and exploitation of our personal information. As our lives become increasingly intertwined with the digital world, the data we generate becomes a valuable commodity. Companies are eager to collect and analyze this data, using it to influence our behavior and target us with advertising. The more data we surrender, the more power we cede to these corporations. This power imbalance can have a chilling effect on freedom of expression, as individuals may self-censor for fear of being profiled. The erosion of privacy is a gradual process, often occurring in small, seemingly insignificant steps. It is essential that we recognize the value of our privacy and resist the normalization of surveillance in all its forms. Data brokers operate in a shadowy world, often invisible to the individuals whose information they collect and sell. These entities aggregate data from various sources, including public records, social media, loyalty programs, and online browsing history. They then create detailed profiles of individuals, categorizing them based on demographics, interests, and behaviors. The information collected by data brokers is often inaccurate, incomplete, or taken out of context. However, this does not prevent it from being used to make important decisions about our lives, such as employment and creditworthiness. The lack of transparency and accountability in the data broker industry is deeply concerning. Individuals have little to no control over the information collected about them or how it is used. It is crucial that we shed light on the shadowy world of data brokers and demand greater transparency and regulation. When data leaks, real-world consequences of CPF sharing. The sharing of CPF data, whether intentional or through security breaches, can have devastating consequences for individuals. Data leaks can lead to identity theft, financial fraud, and reputational damage. One high-profile example of a data breach involving CPF numbers occurred in insert country and insert year. A major healthcare provider experienced a data breach that exposed the personal information of millions of patients, including their CPF numbers. This breach had a significant impact on the affected individuals, many of whom experienced identity theft and financial losses. These examples highlight the real-world consequences of data breaches and the importance of protecting personal information. It is essential that businesses prioritize data security and implement robust measures to protect customer information. The illusion of anonymity, de-anonymization, and its dangers. Many businesses argue that the data they collect is anonymized, meaning that it cannot be traced back to specific individuals. However, this claim of anonymity is often misleading. Advances in data analysis and de-anonymization techniques have made it increasingly easy to re-identify individuals from seemingly anonymous datasets. De-anonymization involves linking anonymized data with other publicly available information to reveal the identities of individuals. The illusion of anonymity creates a false sense of security, leading individuals to believe that their data is protected when it is not. This can have dangerous consequences as it discourages individuals from taking steps to protect their privacy and hold companies accountable for their data practices. A patchwork of protection, current laws, and their limitations. The legal landscape governing data privacy and protection varies significantly across jurisdictions. Some countries have comprehensive data protection laws that provide strong safeguards for individual privacy, while others have limited or outdated regulations. In Insert Country, the Insert Relevant Data Protection Law sets out rules for the collection, use, disclosure, and security of personal information. However, current laws often fail to adequately address the complexities of the digital age and the evolving practices of data collection and use. Many laws do not explicitly address the practices of data brokers or the challenges of de-anonymization. The lack of adequate legal protections leaves individuals vulnerable to exploitation and abuse in the digital environment. Strengthening data protection laws and ensuring robust enforcement is crucial for safeguarding individual privacy and promoting a fair and ethical data economy. The need for robust safeguards, strengthening data protection laws. To effectively protect individual privacy in the digital age, robust data protection laws and regulations are essential. These laws should be comprehensive, covering all aspects of personal data collection, use, disclosure, and security. Key principles of strong data protection laws include purpose limitation, data minimization, consent, transparency, data security, and accountability. In addition to these core principles, data protection laws should address emerging challenges such as de-anonymization and the role of data brokers. Robust enforcement mechanisms, including meaningful penalties for violations, are crucial for deterring unethical data practices. By demanding greater transparency, accountability, and control, we can create a digital ecosystem that balances convenience with privacy. It is time to reclaim our digital selves and shape a future where privacy is not a luxury but a fundamental right. Fighting back. Empowering consumers to protect their data. While robust data protection laws are essential, individuals also have a critical role to play in safeguarding their own privacy. By becoming informed about their rights, adopting privacy-enhancing practices, and holding businesses accountable, individuals can reclaim control over their personal information. Here are some steps individuals can take to protect their data. Be informed, exercise your rights, limit data sharing, use privacy-enhancing tools, support privacy-conscious businesses, and report violations. By becoming informed and empowered consumers, individuals can drive demand for stronger data protection practices. Collective action and advocacy are crucial for raising awareness, influencing policy changes, and holding businesses accountable. It is time to move beyond the rhetoric of surveillance capitalism and build a more ethical and equitable data landscape for all. By working together, we can create a digital future where privacy is respected, innovation thrives, and individuals have agency over their personal information. Rethinking the equation, balancing convenience and privacy. The digital age has ushered in an era of unprecedented convenience, but this convenience often comes at the expense of our privacy. We are constantly bombarded with requests to share our personal information in exchange for discounts and personalized services. While these offers may seem tempting, it is essential to weigh the benefits against the potential costs to our privacy and autonomy. Rethinking the equation means challenging the notion that convenience should always trump privacy. It means supporting businesses that prioritize data privacy and holding those that exploit our data accountable. Balancing convenience and privacy is not about rejecting technology or retreating from the digital world. It is about shaping a digital future that respects our fundamental rights and values. Towards a more ethical data landscape, a call for collective action. Protecting privacy in the digital age requires a collective effort. Governments, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play in shaping a more ethical and responsible data landscape. Governments must enact and enforce comprehensive data protection laws that safeguard individual rights and promote transparency and accountability. Businesses must prioritize data privacy as a core value, embedding ethical data practices into their operations. Individuals must become informed and empowered digital citizens, understanding their rights and adopting privacy-enhancing practices. By working together, we can create a digital future where privacy is respected, innovation thrives, and individuals have agency over their personal information.